All right, I'm back, friends. I'm back. I'm in the booth. My dogs are all in the house. They're just chilling. And I don't want Duchess to be all up in my face and stuff. And I want to, this is my booth right here, my soundproof booth. Anyhow, friends, I hope everybody's doing good. I don't know if I'm going to be out and about tonight. I pray that it's a calm night. I pray that nothing goes down. I pray for, last night, I didn't go home till like 7 a.m., friends. I did not go to sleep until like 7:30 because there was so much stuff happening. If you missed it, go check it out. I've got an update. This is the female. This is the mugshot of the female that threw away the baby. Baby, we got a picture, friends. Here she is. And I've got other pictures of her too. This is her. This is her. This is Catherine Inez. This is the woman that's been charged with tampering with evidence. Let me see what's it. Tampering with evidence - human corpse. Inez allegedly discarded her newborn baby in the trash. And she's been booked in the Harris County jail. This happened back in August of last year. She had just turned a birthday. I think she gave birth on a Sunday. She says that she was in the shower. This is what I know through people that know her. She was in the shower and suddenly like passed out. And when she came to, there was a dead baby there. And she threw away the baby. They were not able to determine the death. I don't think so. But we're going to read the charging document. I got it. I got my hands on it. But this is her. I'm back, friends. Houston needs a lot of prayer. All right, let's get ready to read this. I'm going to read you guys the charging instrument. That's the one that has the information about, her arrest or whatever happened. Like, it's like the storyline. All right, hold on. Let me read it for y'all. Shout out to my friends who got it for me. All right. Her name's Catherine Nicole Inez. Tampering, fabricating physical evidence. All right, so it says, before me, let me see. So this was made on August 14th. It says, on August 14th, 2024, did then and there unlawfully, knowing that an offense had been committed, to wit, endangering a child, alter, destroy, and conceal a thing, namely a human corpse, with intent to impair its availability as evidence in any subsequent investigation of an official proceeding related to the aforesaid offense. So they talk about the detective. The detective had been assigned to 1 year for HCSO homicide unit. The detective is responsible for the investigation of capital murders, suspicious deaths, and kidnappings. Let me see. So the baby, I guess, was named Jesus Martinez. The murder of Jesus Martinez. Date of birth 08/11/2024. So the baby was born on the 11th. And then I don't know what happened. Okay, so I guess the baby had a name. Oh my gosh. On August 14th, 2024. So this happened off of the 7400 block of Fountain Crest Drive. Let me see. The detective responded to a dead on arrival scene located at 13206 Fountain Crest Court, Houston. Fountain Crest is a public roadway which extended east and west. Affiant, that means the detective, found the scene to be a red and black garbage truck known as Best Trash, and it's got the license plate of the truck and everything. The garbage truck was situated on the north side of Fountain Crest, with the front facing west and the rear facing east. The detective observed the complainant, that's the people who found, I guess, the trash or something in the loading. Oh, the complainant is the baby. The detective observed the baby in the loading hopper of the garbage truck. The baby was lying face up on his back, surrounded by multiple trash bags with no signs of life. Oh my gosh. So the baby was unresponsive in a pile of trash. So the detective walks up and sees the baby in the pile of trash in the dump truck, in the trash truck. All right. Oh my gosh. With no signs of life. The detective observed the baby's skin to be red and peeling with what appeared to be due to heat exhaustion or irritation. So the baby was red from the heat. The skin of the baby was peeling. All right. My goodness. Woo. The detective spoke with another deputy, a certified peace officer, whom the detective found to be credible and reliable. So the deputy responded to a dead on arrival call for service. The deputy informed the detective that upon his arrival to the scene, he spoke with the driver of the garbage truck, identified as blah, blah, blah. Mr. Blah, blah stated that his crew was compacting trash through the truck's compactor system when they discovered the baby at the bottom of the garbage truck. When they made the discovery, the workers immediately stopped the compactor and contacted their supervisor, who then called Harris County 911 dispatch. Deputy further stated that Cy-Fair medic responded to the scene, and a paramedic with the emergency medical services pronounced the baby deceased at 9:38 a.m. So another investigator with the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences arrived on the scene to conduct a preliminary examination. While that investigator was doing her examination, the detective was present and observed that the baby was in the early stages of decomposition. Additionally, the detective observed the right side of the baby's skull was crushed and separated from the body, which may have been caused by the garbage truck compactor. Further, the umbilical cord was also found to be detached from the baby's body. Oh my gosh. During the course of the investigation, while canvassing the area, the detective was approached by a female identified as Catherine Inez. She was born in 2008, August 9, 2002. And they're going to be referring to her as the defendant in this paperwork, right? The defendant admitted to me, the defendant admitted to the detective that she was the mother of the complainant, that's the baby, and agreed to provide a voluntary statement. So they went along with another detective, another member of the squad, and conducted a non-custodial interview with Inez, that's the mom, inside the unmarked county vehicle. The detective learned from the defendant, that's the suspect, that on August 11th, a few days before the baby was found, I think it was a Sunday, at approximately 12 a.m., she began experiencing severe stomach pains. She stated that she entered the shower. I told y'all. I know this stuff. I've been knowing this stuff for a whole freaking year. She entered the shower and ran cold water on herself in an attempt to relieve the discomfort. During this time, the defendant gave birth while inside the shower. The defendant reported that the baby began to make some noise. She then stated that she passed out on the shower floor, and upon regaining consciousness, discovered that the baby was no longer breathing. The suspect stated she became frightened and placed the baby inside a trash bag. She further explained that she removed the pink nightgown she had been wearing during the time of birth and used towels to clean up the blood from the shower and placed all of those items in the same bag as the baby. The suspect stated that she then disposed of the trash bag in an outdoor garbage bin located outside the residence. According to her, that's the suspect, the garbage bag remained outside for approximately 3 days until it was time to put out the garbage for trash pickup. The suspect informed the detective that she currently has a 3-year-old son and resides with her boyfriend. She stated that while her boyfriend had expressed a desire for more children, and she shared that desire, she did not believe it was the right time to have another child. All right. Hold on. So she spoke with, the detective spoke with a medical institute doctor who is employed with the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science as an assistant medical examiner. The detective found the medical examiner to be a credible and reliable person. The doctor stated that the doctor stated to the detective that she conducted an autopsy on Jesus Martinez. That's the name of the baby boy that was born, that died, on August 15th. That was the following day. So she got the baby. They got the baby at the medical examiners. The next day, they started conducting their medical examine, like they examining the baby. The doctor stated that the manner of death for Jesus Martinez was undetermined, and that that there was no observable deformities or medical issues for the baby. The doctor stated that the child could have died by drowning or suffocation, including but not limited to being intentionally drowned or suffocated, or by being placed in a trash bag. The doctor stated that had the child received any medical attention or intervention or treatment, there is no indication from the autopsy to show a reason why the baby would not have survived. The doctor stated that not seeking medical attention, placing the baby in a trash bag, and placing the baby in a trash bin in the heat of summer endangered the life of the baby and could have been contributing causes of the baby's death. So affiant, that means the detective contacted the Harris County District Attorney's Office and spoke with the chief out there for the DA's office and presented to her the investigative details and facts of the case. And they accepted charges of tampering with evidence, namely a corpse, against the defendant. Wow, wow, wow. So that's what we have, friends. That is the update for last year when a baby was found in the back part of a garbage. After garbage, some workers found they were about to compress the garbage. Compress means when they smash the garbage to make more room for more garbage. And when they were about to do that, they found a baby, a deceased baby. The baby's skin was peeling from the hot of the weather, decomposition. The baby was starting to decompose, and this female had given birth, I guess, over the weekend. And when trash day came around, that's when the discovery was made that there was a baby thrown away in trash. She came forward, and then she went to get interviewed, and that's what we have so far, friends. This happened last year, in August of last year. So that I just read you guys what was posted in the charging instrument. This is all the paperwork for the filing for the charging instrument that gives us a little bit of details. Sometimes we get a lot of details. Like this one was very thorough. Shout out to the detective that wrote this up. Other times we get one or two sentences and we don't get any kind of information. So shout out to the detective for taking her time to write all of this and do, give insight, for the public, because this is public record. I think it's really sad. If you don't know what case I'm talking about, I am talking about this woman right here. And I've got picture. I got other pictures because the mugshot looks a lot different, but oh my gosh, please stop messaging me, y'all. I get so many freaking messages. Where's that message from the lady? Hold on. Hold on, I'm looking. Okay, right here. Here are other pictures of the suspect. I heard about that, Megan, the little girl in New York that got killed. We got peeps from other parts of the U.S. We got a lot of peeps from New York, from Idaho, Minnesota, a lot of different places. And we have somebody, Megan, she says, we just had a 9-year-old killed by her dad here in New York. He's tried to say she was kidnapped and an Amber Alert had went off all for it to be him that killed and dumped his own daughter. That is so sad. That reminds me of Maddie, what's her name, Soto? Oh no, it's just so sad, friends. It's a lot of times it's somebody close to the victims. Oh my gosh, prayers going up, man. There's no regard for human life. People are so evil, friends. But yeah, just wanted to share this update with you guys in regards to the woman. We went out there last year and we witnessed the garbage can. I drove out there that same day. I went out there and we witnessed the garbage truck, just, the workers, poor workers, pray for them. They saw something very traumatizing, and I think it's really unfortunate. Friends, I'm about to call out some other stuff right now. If you don't want any, if you're done here with this part, I'm about to call out somebody because it needs to be done. I already said that I was going to say something, and I'm really tired of this situation. There is a page called Trinity County Media. Whew, baby. Hold on. Let me just start off by saying that the world of news is not content creation. I don't do this for clicks and likes. I want to inform. My heart is in the right place. When I started the Hood News, it was comical. It was a comedy page. But people were starting to reach out to me like, hey, Grizzy, can you highlight this kid got murdered? Can you share a benefit? We're trying to raise money for Crime Stoppers reward for this murder. And little by little, the Hood News went from a comedy-based page where it's just H-Town happenings and slab Sundays and lowrider shows. It turned from that into news, like what I do now. Now we like to crime solve. We like to help people. We like to see, if we can help when kids are missing, teenagers are trafficked. I can tell y'all so many war stories over the last 5 or 6 years that I've been doing the Hood News. I can tell y'all some really, really, really crazy stories. It's been a journey. We've been through a lot of stuff. You guys, if you've been riding with me for these last couple of years, we go to SWAT standoffs. We see dogs found. We see animal abuse. We call out people for not taking care of their animals. Just all the different things that I post, you guys are part of. There's a page called Trinity County Media. And I love when I see pages that are trying to do grassroots news. I love that. I think it's great. It puts fear in major media. Media has a lot of red tape. I've got some really great friends that are news reporters. At first, I used to not like the news stations, but now it's like a mutual respect thing. Some, not all news reporters, but I have a lot of good friends that are in media, and there's a mutual love and respect and friendships. I have friends, really close best friends that are news reporters, and I love them, and I support, and we support each other, and we talk about stuff, and it's a great camaraderie. Even my camera friends, my camera guy friends, we're like this. They got my back, I got their back. We're out there all night long together in the cold, in the rain. It's some beautiful relationships. I have some really, 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 really good friendships. Even with law enforcement, I have some good friends. And it's just over the years, hard work, and you vibe with people who care just as much as you care. Those are the kind of friends I like to have. I like to have friends that really care and find passion in what they are doing. So I have some really amazing friends. I wish one day we can all go on a cruise together with all my friends. When I die, I'm going to have the best people at my funeral. I'm not even lying. I've said this so many times. Anyways, this young man has created a page called Trinity County Media. It started off very noble. This guy's been posting, things happening in his little neck of the woods. It's not a whole lot of stuff that's happening, right? It's a smaller town. But somewhere in all of that, after the flood, there's been a lot of content creating. It's no longer, there's been 2 little black girls were posted, and they were supposed to be part of the Camp Mystic. That was a lie. That was a lie. Those little girls were not part of Camp Mystic. And I know because I had authorities reaching out to me because I shared in good faith. I like to support other pages, and I shared his post because I thought that he was doing the work. Like, I never knew that he was posting things that were fake. You know, I hate to say it like that, but I did not know that he was content creating, because when you don't care about something, and I've got proof that he does not give a fuck. I have proof that this boy did not care. And I'll show you in a little bit, because I said I was going to say it. So I thought he cared. All right. So I found out late Thursday night that those posts about those two little black girls were not true. And I'm like, why would he post that? What do you gain from posting inaccurate stuff? Like, I'm like, why would he do that? And at first I thought, okay, it was an accident, because things do happen. I've made some mistakes. I've made like 3 or 4 critical mistakes in the last 4 years. And I mean, I fix it. And sometimes it's mistakes because what we are told, because I get the information sometimes from authorities, right? So I've made some mistakes, and there have been some retractions, but I go through a whole process to make sure I never lie to you guys or bring you some bullshit. I will never, ever, ever knowingly and willingly post some shit that I know is not true. Never. People every day reach out. Hey, this kid got molested by this guy. Okay, go file a police report. Take this child to the Children Assessment Center. Get this child some counseling. Contact CPS. Make sure you got a detective who's working the case. And if we're lucky, we get to post about it, because there's backup. There's a warrant for an arrest. There's a news article. There's something released by the authorities, and then we can run with it. Or we've got it on video or something, whether it's some indecent exposure suspect or whatever it is. I always have, because I get threatened with lawsuits every other day. Every other day, some stupid idiot says, I'm going to sue you. I'm like, take me to court. Do it. Do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. I pay an attorney every month to keep me out of trouble. Half of my money, a good portion of what I make every month goes to CYA. CYA, protect your ass, cover your ass money. That's what it is. Man, I would be rich if I didn't have that need. But, running the platform, every day I get some idiot that thinks that they can intimidate me into taking something down because they're embarrassed or whatever. This boy that runs this page has not come across a lawsuit or a threat of a lawsuit or somebody saying, hey, I'm taking your ass to court. Maybe a bunch of people are broke, and Houston is a whole different energy. Houston will sue your ass for lying on them. Houston will sue if you lie. I don't know about the country, because he's out there in the country. Friday in the morning, I reached out to him and I said, hey, I hope it's not too late. It's really early. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. I said, bro, those 2 little girls that you posted about were never attendees at and I'm going to show you all the conversation. I told him these 2 girls never attended the Mystic Camp, right? That's where the Guadalupe flood, the river flooded, and there were a lot of missing kids, little girls specifically from this camp, right? A lot of other camps were affected, but this one took a big hit. Like, the kids were washed away, and they found a lot of kids, survivors, but there were still other beautiful little babies out there just lost. So I told him, this is the conversation. This is the conversation. Look, I'm just, I never thought I was going to do this, but he thinks it's a game, and I'm not playing, because there's too much credit. I shared his post and I was not happy. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to show y'all how indifferent he was. He didn't give a fuck. Okay. So I said, friend, I hope it's not too late to be reaching out, but everybody's telling me that the little girl was not part of the camp. I even had law enforcement tell me, as if I had made the post. Hey, friend. Oh, well, I got that info from a GoFundMe. This is the young man that runs that Trinity Media page, right? So this is the page. This is his evidence of where he got it from. He pulled pictures from GoFundMe and just made a post. when I make a post, it's because I know somebody. If I ever post somebody's kid, it's because the family reached out. I don't take it upon myself to just post all these little children like that. You gotta have some kind of, you gotta draw some kind of like a thing. When we posted about Jenna, the little girl whose parents were killed in the thing, I heard from her coach. I had one-on-one conversations like, hey, we're going to help you to raise money, sell all these little bows for this little girl because grandma now has to take care of her and she's on the world by herself. Manchaca, the other girl, when they were bringing her in, she was from up north. Like we have a rapport with the family. I don't want to just randomly make posts and invade somebody's privacy just to have content or for clicks and likes or clickbait. No. There were many victims. And like, unless I get approval, I don't really like to post. We respect and we love from far away, or unless it's something like a well-written article by the news stations, because I love to share stuff written by my friends, the news reporters, right? But this guy is pulling stuff from GoFundMe and just making posts. That's not news reporting. I'm so sorry. You got to get off your ass and get in a car, ride around, do what you do like how we do, right? All right. So I told him that. And he says, oh, well, I got that info from a GoFundMe. Hold on. Then he goes on to say, I have been going live and engaging with the audience more like the advice you gave me. It really helped. I think I may go down to North Harris County every now and then just for more action. And I told him, well, that one's a scam. I've been talking to the camp people. They've been reaching out pissed. They want me to take my post down. And I'm like, no, you got to talk to the author of the post, because I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? I was still in disbelief that he would post. He says, people seem to get confused real easy with Facebook, LOL. I'm going to start in the spring area. I said, friend, you need to learn to report accurate news first. It's like you don't even care that that's a fake post that you made about that little girl. Don't come over here to Houston lying to folks. The one about the baby was super late too. And I'm like, oh man, why did I share this? I had people checking me in the comments. And I shared it because I wanted to support you, right? I can definitely understand where you're coming from. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to support a page that doesn't even want to do retractions. Like, hey, we're sorry, we were misled. That's not even a real GoFundMe. Friend, I think you need to do your research and then come forward and tell people things, right? I'm going to let you do it because I don't want to be the one to do it. But if I have to, I will, because I've got a reputation to maintain. So this was early in the morning. Let me see, what time were these messages? So this was before, look, we were talking 8 in the morning, right? Like around the 8 o'clock hour. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock p.m. He still had the post up. He was not trying to delete it. The post had like 75,000 likes. People do get addicted to clout. I'm so glad. And this is like the truth. I don't do shit for clicks and likes. If you guys like a post, cool. I'm just here to share information. A lot of times it's useful and valuable information. Like, hey, somebody got robbed over here, whatever. But it hurt him to have to take it down. I think he monetizes, and I don't monetize. I don't get paid for clicks and views and likes or none of that shit. But I think he does. And I think that post, just for engagement, will make something like a few $1,000s. So it was going to hurt him financially to take it down. All right. So that was around 8 something, right? 8 something. I think when an event happens like this again, I'll wait to put stuff out so it's accurate. I have to learn. I said, yes, please let the audience know that it was incorrect, but make sure you do your research on it first. Like I said, I had people from camp telling me that the little girl wasn't from there. But you confirm it, I said. All right. So around 2 o'clock, I said, you fix that mistake or I will, because he was not going to take it down. And then he's like, why are you being like this towards me? It's like you hated me. since the last time. Yes, I'm fixing it now. Bro, just take the shit down. Fix it, friend. Fix it. I don't hate you. I have no problems with you at all. I shared your post in good faith. Not at all. No problems at all. I support anybody trying to get out there and keep the communities informed. All right. So that's his post, and he took it down. No, not at all. No, at all. No problems at all. I support anybody trying. Oh, he says, thank you. That means so much. You have no idea. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. So I thought that was the end of it. Today, I get a message. He didn't stop doing it. He didn't stop. He didn't learn. He didn't really truly like, I had this family. He made this post. This is his page. Right? He posted this family. And he says, Aldo Valdez Barrera, husband and father of 2 of Houston, has tragically passed away after a fatal motorcycle accident early this morning at Katy Freeway and Highway 99. The same one I posted about. He posted a picture. He grabbed a picture of somebody that's alive. And he made this post to do clickbait. Man, like, what the fuck? What are your intentions here? What are you doing? So I had the family reach out. She said, hi, Grizzy. This is my first time attempting to something like this, so hopefully it works. She said, they've been posting sister's family picture in different pages in Houston. Not sure if they already started a GoFundMe or not, but this is all lies. My brother-in-law has not passed away, and his name is not Valdez. His name is Aldo Barrera, and they're adding another name and his family picture. Please, I need help. If they see this image, please report it. It's not true. Do not send money to anyone or donations. So it all goes back. Somebody did die at that accident, but it was not this man. And so he's just doing the same thing, pulling stuff off of GoFundMe, copying and pasting the shit. That's not news reporting, sir. I don't know what you're doing. Call yourself a content creator, maybe. But don't try to say that you're doing this. You're creating a lot of panic. And wait, because there will be a day when somebody says, I'm suing you. They won't even say that. You're going to get a bunch of shit in your fucking emails. I wake up to it all the time, cease and desist. I'm like, nah, I challenge shit. I'm not going to fold. If I post something, it's because I'm 100% sure it's pretty accurate, you know? And that's it. I don't fold, friends. I don't fold. I fight back. Like, do it. Sue me. I don't give a fuck. I say it. Because I go through so many steps. Even if it means I'm the last person posting a story, I don't went through every step to make sure. I go through steps, friends. I don't just slap shit out there and throw it out there unless it's a video. Like I got this one coming up. I work out of this program right here, and I make a lot of videos for bandits, like the come on down request. And I've got one of a bank jugger. I've got this guy like, hey, when are you going to post it? I'm like, hey, I'm getting there. I make sure that everything I post is legit, you know, and I'm working on this video right here. And I've been working on it for the last 3 days. I've got this guy right here breaking into somebody's car, and I know 100% he did because we got it on video. You cannot dispute the video stuff, you know, and the come on downs, it just takes a while. But even then, even with these things, 100%, I make sure that it's not some sort of friend. Man, friends, I go through a lot of shit. I don't just slap stuff out there unless it's like news updates, traffic updates, or a mugshot been released. You know, then I, get the information and process it. But in the world of news, your integrity, all I have at the end of the day is the truth. You know, that's the one thing that is free. It costs nothing to tell the truth. And you could be rich, poor, broke, ugly, pretty. But the one thing we do have, we don't own anything else, is the truth. That's it. That's the one thing I'm a owner of. That's why I always tell people, don't ever lie on me. I ain't got no reasons to lie on people. All we have is the truth. And sometimes the truth is caught on video. So, and even then, I make sure that I'm putting out the truth, making sure that this is what we see. There have been times when people say, hey, this guy robbed me. And I'm like, No, that's your common law boyfriend. I have to do research. Like, who is this lady sleeping with? I have to, when people accuse folks of crimes, they're not always committing a crime. There's all kinds of situations. There are women that try to use me to get back at an ex-boyfriend. And they'll say, hey, Grizzy, this guy broke into my house. I'm like, well, he's only collecting clothes. And then I'm like, nah, that guy's not really stealing. I think he's getting back his material stuff. Man, friends, I have to see everything carefully, man. Everything. I am not ever gonna, on purpose, lie on somebody. Because the one thing I got are my balls and the truth. And I got some big old cojones, man. I got more balls than some of these dudes. And that's it, friends. I promise you, I will never intentionally or recklessly go look for a story just for clickbait. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for y'all to like me. I don't give a fuck who likes me or who doesn't. The one thing, I'm going to go through everything. And so this kid, I don't know. I wish him the best, but he needs to start owning up to facts. Don't grab shit. Don't clicks and likes. He's posting babies in trauma care units, not even trying to cover up their faces. Like a real graphic. I'm like, man, this guy is liking the clout. He likes clout. And that's a whole different thing. Call yourself a content creator, but you're not news. I'm sorry. Your page is clickbait. And that's okay if that's what you want to do. But I don't want to see it. Don't send me nothing, y'all, from that page. That's like the devil. I ain't got time for it, friends. I like transparency. I like integrity. And I like truth because it's free. It does not cost anything. Like, you don't need no money to be an honest, good person. You don't need any money. You can be poor. I know poor people that have more integrity than some of these bitches living in River Oaks. Some of these bitches living in the Woodlands or living in Bel Air or Garden Oaks or these nice little neighborhoods. I know people with better integrity than some of these rich folks. So like I say, the truth has no class. You could be gay. You could be straight. You could be old, young. Being truthful has no limit. Like, you could be anybody and you can have that, and it's free, absolutely free, and it doesn't cost you anything. That's it, friends. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go. If you're struggling out there, just know that, like, as long as you're a good person, friend, you got it going on more than a lot of people with a lot of wealth and all that other stuff. Some people look for clout, and then some people look for truth and integrity. I'll say this. The one page that I support 100% all the time, my friends here, look, if I'm going to endorse them all the time, all day, every day, is these guys. If you ever want the truth and facts and stuff like that, HTX Media, these boys right here, these young men, man, they're so great. They are so great. These kids right here, they're young and they just want to bring unbiased news. Now they're expanding to like all over the United States kind of stuff. Look, this is what they're into. The truth. It might not be popular or a lot of clickbaits or a lot of things, but it's truthful. It's truthful. It's not deceptive. They're not posting stuff just to get a reaction out of people. They're just doing things. They're sharing things just to keep their community informed. They're even partaking in giving back like they did this past weekend. They don't get recognized enough. Look, for all the work that they did, like, it's just very little interaction, but they're humble and they keep it moving. And that's what they do. And I respect that, friends. That's all we got is the truth. The one thing we have that we can that we can take with us is the truth. Money, you leave it behind. Cancer, things like that, like, life has no control. I had a cancer scare. I'm going to tell y'all now. Oh my God, I'm going to start crying, friends. On Friday. Okay, I'm just going to tell y'all. July 1st, I went to a doctor, right, to go get my annual stuff done. There was some confusion about who I am because they were like, Griselda Castillo, did you ever live on Fondren? I said, no, ma'am, I've never lived on Fondren. And they're like, well, we got you. And I'm like, okay, that's not me. I live in Northeast Houston. So 77016. So there was some confusion about my paperwork. And I went and got some blood work done, and it came back, and something came back abnormal in my urine. They said that I had blood cells in my urine. And I was like, what? I said, I think that happens more to men, but whatever. I got scared. And so, I told them, I said, you guys made some mistakes with my paperwork. You guys said I was a different Griselda, and that is not me. I don't know how many Griselda Castillos there are, but apparently there's more than one. So they found the right person, and they made me retest everything, and everything was great. It came back normal. Everything came back normal. But I went to the doctor and also told her that I have a tumor, or like a ball. I thought it was a fatty tissue ball, like on my inner thigh. And when I went to, okay, so the doctor referred me to a plastic surgeon so that I could get it removed. The plastic surgeon told me, I've never seen anything like this. It's like it's growing tentacles, and it's growing like into the muscle. She says, Grizzy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it, but we're going to send it in for testing for cancer. So that's what I'm going through right now, friends. I'm going through that. And it's scary because I already had a breast cancer scare a few years ago. You guys, if you've been with me for all this time, I've had a breast cancer scare and it's been clear. I just pray that this is one of those things, because I remember back in 2018, I wanted to die. And I think I'm dealing with that sometimes too. Now I don't want to die. Now I want to live a long time. And it's really scary that the first time I go see a doctor in a long time, like my pap smear came back okay. I need to go get a colonoscopy because I'm of that age already. So I'm not looking forward to that. But this thing that I thought was a fatty tissue, because my dad had one like that, and so I wasn't tripping, I've neglected it for a while, and it could be something else. So I get distracted with busy stuff all day long. So I don't really put a lot of mind to it, because I don't have time for anything. I don't have time for cancer. If it's cancer, I don't have time for it. But I'm in this predicament right now where I have to wait and be patient. And when the time comes, they remove it. And then I'm going to wait some more. I'm going to be waiting for this shit to figure out what the hell it is. It's not moving as fast as I want it. If it were up to me, I would have spread my legs right there and had her take it out of me the same day. But they got to go through the insurance, which I rather pay cash. But she said, no. The insurance will cover it, whatever. And just let's wait and we'll make a consultation. I'll remove it myself. And then we go and get it tested. And I said, is it malignant? What is it? And she's like, I will tell you this. I've never seen this before. And this doctor has a lot of experience. And she says she's never seen that. So they got to send it to a lab. And the word oncology, oncology is cancer. They're going to send it to oncology lab to see what it is. So I am so freaked out. But I told her, if we got to amputate a leg, whatever we got to do, if I got to chop off a boob one day, whatever, I'm down. Mastectomy, double mastectomy, whatever I got to do to make sure that I'm around, because I got a job to do, friends. I ain't got time for this shit. So it feels good to stay busy and not focus on that. I don't worry about it. This is the first time I've been able to say something for the day about it. My friends are like, yeah, it's going to be okay. It's nothing, Grizzy. It's nothing. And some people tell me, oh, I've had something like that. My consultation with the doctor, to hear this educated young woman telling me, hey, I've seen a lot of this stuff, but I ain't seen what you got, kind of put me in a predicament. And she did not dismiss cancer. So I don't know. We'll just see. I pray and I'll leave it to God. And if it is something, I'll fight it head on. And man, you guys will ride with me through that. If I got to go through whatever I got to go through, friends. I pray it's not. And I'll keep you guys, I'll keep you guys, in the loop, because I like to share stuff like this. Because my breast cancer scare, that was crazy, friends. I had a big ball, and I don't know, I got into an accident with a drunk driver right around the corner. This is the corner of my house, right around the corner from my house. A drunk driver hit me head on, and I had a bump come after the accident, but it wouldn't go away. It was like a big bruise inside my boob. And it wouldn't go away after a month or two. And I'm like, man, I don't know what this is. And they had me tested. I had to go get tested, because I was like, was it even there before? I was like, or did I discover it because I got hit in the boob? like from the seatbelt, So I don't know. We'll see, friends. I'm trying to stay calm and I stay busy. I'm too busy to focus. But right now, as the day settles down, I don't think there's a whole lot of news that's going to be popping off tonight. And I pray it's going to be calm. But when things settle, that's when I start thinking about it. Like, damn, I hope I'm okay. I'm already leaving plans for my daughter, like little instructions, passwords. Hey, this is the password for this. This, like, things I didn't even have to think about. Who's going to take care of my dogs? If in case, and I say this to share this with people, make plans, friends. Don't leave this earth with a lot of confusion for your loved ones. And I gotta hide all the nudes, anything naughty I ever did in my hoochie days. I gotta hide all of that. I gotta make sure Maddie never finds that side of her mom. I want to be mom. I never want to be a hoe. So I gotta hide all that naughtiness, any freaky shit, anything that Grizzy did uncut. I gotta hide anything. No toys laying around, none of that. It's not like I have toys or anything like that, but still, y'all get it. I've gotta hide things now. Because I'm like, damn, I don't want my kid to discover. I want her to always see me as pure, Woo, man. I want her to always, she loves me. She respects me. And I don't ever want her to find anything. I got to delete some stuff in my phone, whatever. I want her to always see me. And just, I don't want her to be like, oh, mom, oh my God. Like, I don't know. I've heard some stories of some kids, when parents pass away and then they find all this, their parents were freaks. Yeah, I got to make sure none of that goes down. Yeah. So, yeah, friends. Thank you. Somebody let me know soursop and where did you purchase it from Texas? Friends, I'm open to whatever. Y'all want me to drink a nasty tea? And look, friends, my hair has been thinning out a lot. You can't tell because it's this mess. But a friend of mine took a picture of my hair and you can kind of see through it. And my hair is thinning out and it's a bunch of, but I've been on weight loss mission too. So it could be from that. Like sometimes our bodies go through trauma, but I don't want to do WebMD all day long and I don't want to do that to myself. I thought what I had was a lipoma, like just a grease ball. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. And the way she described it, she says it's got tentacles. It's growing. It's growing and like going into muscle. Like it's like got tentacles, like octopus. I don't know, baby. It would be me to have some weird shit like that. And from the outside, it looks just like a ball, like just a little ball, and you don't even see it, But yeah, friends, I'll talk to y'all soon. Please be safe. Friends, let's just always have integrity. You don't ever have to lie on anybody. You don't ever have to fabricate anything. The truth is just as juicy. The truth is set you free and all kinds of stuff. We don't have to be liars. The one thing we have in this lifetime, the only thing we have is the truth. We just have to, there's so much info war stuff, and it's worse when it's our own people making up lies and posting lies. That's very disappointing. We have enemies from other countries already feeding bullshit like cyber war to us, giving us all these weird bots and all this craziness. The last thing we need is for our own people here in the United States doing stuff like that. He also posted an immigration, the boy from that page, the Trinity Media page. He also posted a man who was getting detained by ICE. He put illegal alien. Like he chooses these titles, and I'm like, man, like you could do that in your little bitty ass town. You can get away with a headline like that, Gio. But over here in Houston, they will write at you. They will write on you at dawn for posting some shit like that. Don't come over to Houston and you're creating posts like that will generate hate and conflict amongst the people. Be very, very careful, little boy, because you're liking clout. And that was the other one I saw. I saw a man who's been here all his life or something, and he was getting arrested, and his caption said illegal alien who been here for several years, detained by ICE, something along those lines, not exactly the same wording, but he used illegal alien, and it created so much chaos. And I'm thinking to myself, after seeing all these fake posts that he's made, oh, it's probably intentional. He probably likes that people, that creates more buzz. And that's just so sad. Don't come over here with that bullshit to H-Town. They will run your ass out with pitchforks, baby. Thank you, Tony. You're so sweet. Thank you, friends. I'll take any kind words a man has to say to me, man. I get so much hatred from dudes. It ain't everybody that can fuck with a bad bitch, friends. Bad bitches unite. I love y'all, friends. Thank you to all my ladies for always supporting. And yeah, I appreciate y'all, friends. I'm not going nowhere. I'm like a bad weed. Like a bad weed that you pull out the earth and it keeps growing. That's me. I like to compare myself with a weed. Like, you know, us bad weeds are hard to kill, man. We just keep growing back, and that's it. Stay strong. If you are having health issues, stay strong. You got this. And just know that energy is everything. If you do get some bad news about your health, stay positive, stay strong, don't weaken down. Don't get weak. It's okay to cry a little bit. It's okay to get scared, but stay busy and fight. Don't eat and drink water. Don't get yourself sick with worry that you start to decline. That's my advice. That's what I'm going to do for me too. All right, friends. I love y'all. All right. Bye.